A Cooperative Meeting. The courtyard was quieter than usual in the late afternoon, the tall walls casting long, cooled shadows across the cobblestones. It felt different at this hour, softer, more patient, as if waiting to see what I might make of it. I stood at the center, hands outstretched, trying to settle my breath the way Thalanor had taught us. Breathe first. Stillness invites the shadow. Do not drag it. I exhaled slowly, letting the tension spill from my shoulders. The cloak came to me then, faint but present, a brush of cool silk gathering around my form. It wavered, shimmered, clung to me longer than last night when I'd pushed myself past tiredness beneath the stars. But not long enough. It slipped away, dissolving like water through my fingers. I sighed and pressed 2 fingers to my temple. You're rushing again? I nearly jumped. I turned sharply toward the sound, the archway, where Terrell leaned with all the relaxed confidence I wished I'd had. His arms crossed, and his expression blunt as ever. I wasn't, I started to say. You were, he said, stepping forward without hesitation. Shoulders too high, same as yesterday. Heat crept up my neck, but before I could defend myself, he added, almost grudgingly. But it lasted longer. You are improving. His tone was still rough around the edges, but the words didn't feel sharp, more like stones shifting in the right direction. Oh, I said, arching a brow. So, did you come here to correct me? He snorted. I came to practice. Didn't expect you to be hogging the courtyard. Hogging? I almost couldn't believe his words. But he was already crossing to the far side, rolling his shoulders once before closing his eyes. Magica curled around him, darker and steadier than mine. The shadows eager to answer him. The veil formed cleanly over his frame, but even from where I stood, I could see it was too rigid, pulled too tight, shaped by force instead of invitation. It shattered a second later. Terrell let out a sharp breath. Still stiff, The comment slipped out before I could think better of it. You're strangling it, holding on so tight it can't breathe. The shadow won't bow just because you tell it to. He shot me a look, flat at first. Then one corner of his mouth tugged upward. Funny. You let it go because you're too relaxed. And I crush it because I'm not relaxed enough. I blinked, then laughed softly under my breath. Maybe Thalanor is right. We really are opposite ends of the same thread. Terrell studied me for a moment, his expression unreadable. Then he nodded once. Then maybe we meet in the middle, eventually, if we keep at it. There was no challenge in his voice this time, only truth. So we stood there in the courtyard, facing one another, not rivals, not quite partners, but something quietly beginning to form between those two things. The shadows around us stirred as we both tried again and again, the courtyard flickering with faint, imperfect cloaks. Neither of us lasted long, but when the shadows fell away, I realized I was smiling, and strangely, so was he.